I would like to begin this morning by thanking Wayne for sharing with us. He did a marvelous arrangement of Christmas carols and Christmas songs, and he calls it the Christmas cantata, and every year he shares it with us. And Wayne, thank you. It was very, very lovely this morning. This whole month I have spoken about how we can live a richer life through this tumultuous time we are living in our society today. And Christmas time, for many it's a time of peace and joy, but for so many, many, many more, it's a time of depression and anxiety and sadness and guilt. And so today I'm going to kind of focus on what we can share with our world that might take the edge off of the pain of all the negatives that people experience this time of the year. And that's our peace. We have this peace within us. And if there's anything that this world needs, that this little community needs, that our neighborhood needs, it's for us to share the tranquility and the harmony of the peace that we have within us. But to share it mindfully so, we need to know where it's at and be able to put our hands and our hearts on it so that we can share it. So we're going to spend our whole day today kind of focusing on getting in touch with that peace within us and finding ways that we can share our tranquility and our love and our peace with our universe. It's the greatest gift we can share, I'm sure. And so it is.
Please keep in mind during this message that I do find peace in this sanctuary. I thought I would wear bright and cheery colors today. This is called, There Are Many Ways to Die by Your Own Hand. Guns, knives, water, rope, cars, drugs, alcohol. One of the least effective, though in my opinion, is food, at least in the short term. Last night, pretty late, I was watching a documentary about Melissa Etheridge and the concert she put on at the Topeka, Kansas Women's Correctional Facility. Prior to the concert, many of the women wrote her letters, and she was able to talk to several of the women face to face. In a conversation with the warden, Melissa said she found that for nearly all of the women there, regardless of the crime for which they were incarcerated, addiction was behind it, mostly drugs or alcohol. Now, you may be thinking this is kind of a downer of a topic right before Christmas, and you're probably right, but it's important to me. Through all the years I have struggled with depression, I always said that suicide was not an option. The first time I had cancer, I was 51. It was the summer before my daughter's freshman year of high school. And although the chemo almost did kill me, I remember clearly thinking, this will not kill me. There is no way in hell I will make my daughter an orphan. My daughter saved my life that time. For the past 2.5 to 3 months, I've been struggling with constant pain centered around my stomach and digestive tract. Sometimes doubling over and crying out, and sometimes just annoying. This past week, I started acupuncture. The relief was immense after the first treatment, not quite so much after the second. What became clear to me after these two experiences was how much and how directly food exacerbated my pain. Now, one would think that a rational person would stop eating those foods found to cause the most pain. Apparently, I am not a rational person, despite evidence to the contrary. For the past 4 or 5 days, I have been binging on all the foods on the list titled "The Worst Possible Foods for Stomach Issues." And the whole time I'm doing this, I'm thinking, why are you doing this? Well, last night, I was watching this documentary while eating a Baby Ruth candy bar. I had an epiphany, kind of a shocking one, actually. I'm trying to kill myself in the least effective, longest term way possible. That way, I can delude myself into thinking suicide is not an option. Apparently it is, just not in an efficient way. Today, I have no answers, but I do have more knowledge.
Thank you very much. And there's cookies next door.
I'll join you.
I'll beat you.
Good morning, everyone. And it's chilly this morning. Just chilly. The heat got turned on at 8 o'clock, and it's chilly. I hope that many of you were able to attend the Roanoke Park Chorale concert yesterday. I fell asleep after I took my daughter to the airport and woke up at 5 o'clock. And I felt guilty and shamed. And so, but I understand it was a great concert and a lot of people were there, so Mary, Mary. Thursday, this coming Thursday, I think, will be the ladies' spiritual book study at 10 o'clock or 9:35, 9:45 in the hall. 9:45 in the hall. The Monday night Healing Circle will be on hold until we'll let you know. And Wayne's going to be your speaker next week. And I'm taking the day off. We had an Easter egg hunt at my house and I didn't find some of the eggs. So I'm going to take the day looking for the eggs that we didn't find at Easter. Do something useful. Any other announcements that we ought to be aware of? Yes.
Just remember the food barrel next door. It'll take a while to fill it, and it'll probably, maybe, if we're really, really good and working hard at it, maybe January or February. And the need is great in the springtime, not just in the holiday season.
Okay. Anything else? Then I'd like us all to kind of think about people right now that could use some light in their lives. I know Ron can use some light, and I know there's several other people that we all know. And if you know a name, just put that name out there so we can all kind of direct our light and our love and our intention for the highest good. Any?
Phoebe.
Mary.
Carrie. Cindy.
Saying these names puts identity, puts real, and puts a direction, and gives us a place to direct our love, our compassion, and our light. Let's take these few moments and do just that. There's never a darkness so dark that our light of love and compassion cannot make the dark disappear. And so it is. We're going to sing another Christmas carol today. It came upon a midnight clear, and there's one line in it. It won't come out of my face, right? Let's just sing the Christmas carol. And you may stand. On the earth and goodwill, that's the line. It's now time to greet each other and share some of that peace and goodwill. Oh no. Great time. Great time. We have an alternate pianist.
And that's my sister Molly.
How you doing, Doug? Good.
Here, sure. I'm Bill. I'm Bill.
I'm the daughter of that one and the niece of. Oh, okay.
You're with me all the time. Thank you. Look at this.
What are you doing running around here? I can't run like that.
Getting younger.
Wow, Bill, you told me you were gonna have a whole slew of Isaacs in here today. Would you introduce us to these lovely
Well,
ladies?
there's my sister Molly right here.
Hello, Molly.
And this is everybody. And Jamie, you met her last night.
All right. Well, it's great to have you here with us today.
The
Thank
rest
you.
of our lovely families. She's not feeling well. She says hello.
Well, good. How about a deep breath in? Just doesn't it feel good to be in a place where you could just walk up to people and hug them and feel that energy back? How many places are there like that in our society today, where we can feel and are able to not be I did not forget. I just chose not to ask anyone else to do meditation today, because in keeping with the theme that I chose for this month, I would like to lead us again and invite us to all participate in the heart-brain coherence practice that we do. This time of the year, we have such beautiful emotions for a little while, and then some of the most horrible feelings sometimes. It's just the chaos of the season and the chaos of our time in the course of history. So I think that any opportunity that we can use a little bit of this practice for ourselves actually does, scientifically proof positive, does help us live healthier. It helps us be in touch with that peace within us. So I'm going to invite all of you to focus on your heart energy, that heart, right in the center. And maybe place your hands, cross your hands, and place your hands on that heart space. And close your eyes and see and feel your heart beating. Then I'm going to invite you to take some very slow, relaxed, deep breaths. And breathe in slowly and comfortably and deeply. And then exhale. And exhale longer than you inhale. And that tells your whole body that you are safe and relaxed. And everything is fine. And just do that for a while. And feel your heart rate slow down a little. and relax in a very peaceful state. Then I'm going to invite you to feel, don't think about, but feel the love you have for someone, or feel gratitude for something or many things or someone in your life. Concentrate on feeling, not thinking. Feel that love. Feel that gratitude, that appreciation. And breathe and feel that breath around your heart. Let those feelings of love and appreciation just spread all around your heart and into your brain. Peace, appreciation, and in this peaceful state, we are in harmony with the entirety of our bodies, with our brain, and we are in harmony with the universe and all within. I feel so much gratitude for this family. These wonderful, loving people in this room. I'm so thankful for all of the wonderful things that we've been able to accomplish as a family this year. People we've helped, and the sunshine we've shared, the light that we've shared to people with very dark lives. And I feel so much gratitude that I have the ability to be in peace within myself. I have so much gratitude that you have the ability to be at peace within yourself. Breathe and feel this peace. Feel the gratitude in our bodies right this moment. Our chemistry has changed. And we are healthier in this moment than we were 10 minutes ago. We are in harmony with ourselves. And just know and remember, anytime you're feeling antsy, just take a moment, 1 minute, and bring yourself to a feeling of peace and gratitude and harmony. It just takes a dozen breaths, and you can be here. And now as we come to the end of this quiet, peaceful time, just know that this peace that we're feeling right now, this no chaos, we can share this. The aura from our hearts can be felt by those around us. The look in our eye spreads this feeling of peace and harmony. As we look at others, we hold out our hands and we touch. We can share this harmony, this peace, this joy with anyone we choose. And so it is. I just had a lovely week. My daughter from Las Vegas was here. And we had a busy little week going on. My band played twice, actually 3 times this week, and she got to sit in with our band. And we just had a dynamite time. And then there were other times when we sat in the kitchen, in the dining room, we played Quiddler. And then we talked. We had some very sweet moments. You know, I'm getting old at that magic croaking age. And I said, you know, if there's anything you want to know about my life, your mother and I's relationship, if there's anything you want to know, you should know. You're an adult. And she asked some questions, and we shared some very sweet thoughts and experiences. I learned about things about her I didn't know. She learned some things about me. While I was a little ashamed, she didn't know, but she does now.
You didn't tell her that one.
I did. Actually, there were 3 of them, Bill. But it got me to thinking, in all the chaos, hustle bustle, all the anxiety in our society today, what's that one little thing we can focus on, moment by moment? We're sitting here. You ought to stand up here and watch as you hug each other and share your joys, your aches and pains, whatever it is you're sharing. To be able to stand back and watch that. Those moments are sweet. So sweet. Tuesday, I had a friend who celebrated her 80th birthday. And her daughter and my daughter are both performers, and we hang out, the 4 of us, when we can. But her daughter was in LA, and she had told her mom she's flying up and going to take her out for lunch and do girl things and mom and daughter things. And that was great. And she called her that morning and said, I can't come. Her daughter is 53, 54, same age as my daughter. And she said, my best friend from college, we've been friends all this time. She has a few days left in hospice, and I'm spending it with her. How many of us get a chance to have that kind of sweetness in our lives? It can be agonizing, but there's a sweetness to it. To share these moments. Tuesday evening, Sean and I were invited up to Sylvan and Julie. Sylvan plays violin in my band, and Julie, she's been here. You know them. and they raise bees. They call it their humblebee honey. And Sylvan's a bee guy. He goes and he's the guy you call when you walk out the back door and there's 7 million bees 2 feet from the back door. He's the guy, go-to guy. And we had a lovely evening, and we could have played music, but we just sat around and talked and shared joys and experiences that maybe weren't so joyful, but were life-filling. And when we got ready to leave, they gave us a couple little jars of their honey. And I came home and I looked at it and I thought about the bees. You know, they'll sting you if you mess with them, but mostly they just do what they're here to do. They pollinate plants. Farmers lease beehives by the hundreds so that their agricultural growths get pollinated correctly. And then they go around collecting these little minnow drops of, I don't know, nectar. I'm not a bee guy, but it's just, and they take it back and it becomes one of the most healthiest products known to humanity. And they just do it. And I think about us, that sweetness, that healthy thing that we have the potential and the ability to create and be aware of. How often are we really aware? How often do we realize that we just had sweetness in life? We just had an experience that was so sweet and so just smooth and delicious and healthy. And then we go look for a shopping, for a parking space at Safeway. We need these moments of sweetness. We need to be aware of those. The more of those that we can experience, the more enriched our life experience will be. And as I look, you know, I look at the people in the stores, and on one hand it's very maddening, but on the other hand, I see this mom, you know, she's a young mom and she's in the toy thing, and she's got $73.50 to spend. And she's going through, she wants the best she can do for her babies for $73.50. And though it's very commercialized and all about consumption, that still there are feelings of love and desire to give. And I see that, I just get all gooey inside. People trying so hard. I was having a conversation yesterday morning with some friends, and I said, you know, New Year's morning, 70% of this country, the people in this country, are going to wake up and find themselves more in debt than they were a month ago or at New Year's Day last year. The anxiety that must create. But at the same time, why are we in debt? We're trying to express our love and caring for each other. We want our families to have the best we can possibly afford, even if we can't really afford it. It's because we're really caring. And when I see all the people shopping and I stop and think, how much we've been conditioned that that's how we can show our love, is to buy presents. And okay, we've all been there. We've all been conditioned to that. All those people going through so much difficulty and stress and anxiety for the purpose of demonstrating and sharing their love. And I think if we can look at all the chaos going on and look past the flurry and look past the advertising and the traffic jams, we can see that people, no different than us, not a bit different, are doing their very best. They're pulling out all the stops so that they can have a holiday with their loved ones. And they're willing to go in debt for it. They're willing to stand in traffic for it. They're willing to stand in long lines. We want love in our lives. That's what we all crave. We want to love and we want to be loved. In this Christmas time when it's so dark early in the afternoon and so dark all night and cold, that's when love looks, feels the best. And if we can just let go of the anxiety and the depression just for a moment and realize, why are we being so depressed? Why are we so waiting in line? It's because all of us are trying to figure out a way to show our love to those whom we love. And as we're standing somewhere feeling angst and waiting, let's just use that time to realize the sweetness that's going on all around us. There is so much in this world that we aren't aware of that goes on. But maybe we could just look around and notice the effort people are putting forth to show their love and appreciation. Every one of you made a special effort to get here somewhere close to 11 o'clock this morning. That touches me greatly. And that tells me, that sends a message to me, I need to make sure I have something that made the trip worth coming for. And I think each of us sitting in these pews, I just got a hug from Jean. I just got a hug from Dick and Kathryn. That was worth the trip. Just these little, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. Kathryn's mini message. Oh my God. It's worth it. These moments are so sweet. May we all be able to recognize them, be aware of them, and taste them. This is the honey that we create. And this love, this affection, this sweetness, it's the most healthy thing that a human being can partake of. So 'tis the season, my friends. I've talked all this month about sharing our peace and our love and sharing our best because our world needs it. And now, today, let's just stop, look around, and be aware of all the sweetness, all the honey, all the love, the acceptance that we're just surrounded with in this room. And when we go home, it'll be there too. And when we go to Safeway, it's there too, but it's a little more chaotic, but it is. People are there looking to get the freshest milk, the freshest bread to take home and share with their families. So I wish us all a sweet, sweet, very sweet holiday season. Whatever it means to you, however you celebrate it or don't celebrate it, I hope we can all taste the sweetness that seems to be all around us. Sometimes it's in disguise, but it's there. It's always there. Let's sing Let There Be Peace on Earth, shall we? And can we spread it? And it begins with us. It is within us. It's our job to find it and share it. I'm done now.